How do you ruin a funeral by bringing only one item? I had an aunt who brought her boyfriend to her husband's funeral. Her husband had killed himself. So, I'm going with bringing a lover to your spouse's funeral. My mom took us to McDonald's just prior to my grandmother's funeral. At the time, they had Lion King toys that made the animal sounds that they represented. My sister was 4 and no one thought to take the very noisy toy off her before the service. So there was a hyena cackling during this very solemn time before someone could confiscate it. Ruined the mood, but in a very uplifting way. Googlet eyes. Put them over the dead person's eyes as you solemnly tell everyone it's an important ritual in your religion that allows the deceased spirit to see their way to the other side. Slide whistle. Barbecue sauce. But it only works if you keep hungrily eyeing the casket and asking questions like, is anyone else starving? Pull out a karaoke machine and start singing along with I'm Walking on Sunshine. If people try to stop you, act confused and shout *man. This place is dead. Asterisk. A snare drum and cymbal so I can do a rimshot every time the speaker says something nice about the deceased. I legit went to a funeral where someone showed up late and blamed traffic. It was for someone who died in a car accident. At my fiancé's dad's funeral, he suffered a freak stroke and passed in his 50s. She tucked a get well card into his jacket at the open casket viewing. Dark humor has always been her immediate family's calling card and helped them cope with the unexpected loss. His hyper-religious, Orthodox Mormon extended family, not so much. The body of the deceased significant other, whether they were dead before or not. That will be quite a mood killer. Easy. Bring in a CD. Pop it in. The songs are Dead by My Chemical Romance. Another One Bites the Dust by Queen. Ding Dong the Witch is Dead from The Wizard of Oz. And Baby by Justin Bieber. The last one never fails to ruin anything. Pictures that prove that everything they are saying up front is BSU. He was a real family man? Guess that explains the multiple families and mistresses. I have seen the girlfriend of the deceased throwing herself in the grave crying. His wife was there too. So I don't think an item is really needed. Dress up nicely in one of those inflatable sumo suits and just walk around chest bumping people and act like it's a natural thing to do. My uncle brought weed to my grand's funeral. I don't have a problem with people who smoke weed, but bringing it to a funeral is just disrespectful. This same uncle also racked up a bunch of dead in my grand's name, who my mom, the sole beneficiary of my grand's will, had to pay off. A beach ball and hit around the crowd like at a sporting event. Bonus points if you can get them to do the wave. A fake speech for the pastor with all false informations about the dead's life and wrong names for children. Went to a graveside funeral on a Saturday. The city forgot to dig the grave. Had the ceremony anyway as many people had traveled distances. Casket loaded back into the hearse for later burial. Bring the all-time classic 10 clever tricks for great necrophilia. And keep it on you at all time on display. Bring a switchblade in your suit and pull it on someone. Preferably a mourning family member. A napkin tied around your neck and a spoon in your hand was my first thought. But that's technically bringing one thing and wearing an accessory to get your point across. A Grim Reaper costume. And just stay in the back. Or an audio recording of the person dead and place it in a casket. And have them talking or panicking voice of them talking. Bringing a camera, or hiring a cameraman. You wouldn't want to take pictures and treasure memories of someone's death. Nor take pictures of people mourning for this person just because your family's united. I think walking in and placing a large get well soon balloon next to the casket during a wake would do the trick. An armed escort. A young man who was in the Marines showed up at his grandmother's funeral in handcuffs and with an armed MP escort. That's how the family found out had been charged with sexual assault. I have a I am here for THR gangbang shirt. It goes over great at family functions like Easter and Christmas. I'm sure it would be just dazzling at a funeral. Air horn. Press it every time the deceased person's name is said. Bonus points. Swap air horn for a vuvuzela. Flux capacitor. You know those happy birthday kazoo things that are made of paper? You go up to the family and blow that. Placing his cell phone in the casket and calling the number. Bonus points if the ringtone is "It's getting hot in here." A toy helicopter. The idea of one of those flying around while everyone is crying but nobody being able to reach it because it flies too high is very funny to me. A hypement for the eulogy. Dearly beloved. Wait, we are gathered here to mourn the passing of John Doe. Oh shit. Myself would be enough to ruin every kind of thing, so I think I can single-handedly ruin a funeral by just attending to it. Since we had get well soon. And congratulations. Balloons. How about it's a boy/girl? Balloon for a funeral of a kid? Yes. Today is a dark mood day. Bring a crazy person who thinks he can reenact the story of Lazarus from the Bible. The mood gets pretty tense when they decide it's time to take the podium. Makes for a good one time at a funeral story though. LOL.